Okay. So find the average of the given array elements. How can you find it? So can you think what is the approach you're going to use? Can you tell me what is the approach you can use? So what is your approach? Yes, are you with me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Then how can you find average? This is a simple question, sir. Very, very simple question, sir. I'm asking very simple questions, sir. How can you get the average of some elements? Oh my God.
Total number by number of like into
Total.
100. Total number by.
Ayyo. Very, very simple mathematics, madam. I don't know why this sum by total number, right? Sum of all the elements divided by total numbers. Okay, so that's what how you can get the average of array elements. So let's see that. I'm going to return average. So average is going to be a floating value. I'll just take a float return type. So I'm taking a access modifier as a default and get average of array elements. So I have to give an input array for this method. So that is a number array. It will calculate. So obviously it is going to get that. Okay, so for this, first I need to calculate the sum of array elements. So declare, if you want, you can print array first. Arrays dot toString. So, and then you can write, so declare int sum equal to 0. Your sum equal to 0. Now get the array sum. Array elements sum. So for loop only is all this is everything for loop only. Int I equal to 0, I less than array dot length and I plus plus. See how many times we are using this for loop. All the programs are using this for loop only. Okay. So how can you get the sum? Can anybody tell me? The shortcut I'm writing. Now what is the one I need to do? I or so how can you get the array element in the loop? How can you get the array element in the for loop?
Name. Array name is number.
Okay, so we got the sum and basic mathematics, right? These are all, why you're not struggling for this? Where is the problem? So still array basics you're missing what? I hope all are missing array basics. How to access array elements I told, right? Array name of the index number. These basics you need to remember. Okay. Now, so average float A is equal to sum divided by what is the, so total number of elements means how can you get it?
Length and num dot length.
Num dot
Length.
That's it. And return the AVG. That's it. Okay. Yeah, simple programs. These are all not complicated. I don't know, you're struggling for the basics mainly. So you need to read a little bit and come back to the classes. Without reading, if you come, all these kind of problems you will face. So write a program to print average of array elements. Okay. Next, I'm going to write another program. So I have to reverse an array in place. Sir, we did already reverse. What you are going to do here? So we did reverse, right, with the for loop. Last element to first element. You remember? First program we did. So we
Yes.
reversed the array element, but that is last element to first we are going. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do here is, even I'm not going to do all the iterations also here. So half part I will iterate. I'll find out whether it is so reversed or not. So it's a more effective way. So how to achieve this is, you do the length by 2, only length by 2 iterations only you do, and you just replace the positions. First element you move to last position, last element you move to first position, last but one you move to second position, second element you move to last position. Till that you do half. So then the elements will be it reversed, easy way. That is called in place only. You're not changing the positions. So on that position only, you're just moving the elements. So basically here, assignment operator mostly, and basics of array concepts, how to get the first element, how to get the last element. So these things you should know. If those things are not there, and this is not possible. So let's try this. Write a program. These are very important program to reverse array in place. So you have to reverse an array in place. So array they are going to give, that array you have to reverse. So public provide reverse array in place. So you have to give integer array. See, all this random array I'm going to give as an argument for all these methods. One return type method I'm using an input to the other methods. Or you can create your own array and give the array name. Right? These are not values. We didn't assign a value. We just declaring the array here. So this is array declaration, right? So you can create an array and assign, when you call this method, you give that. Okay. So let's go and how to reverse array in place. So what you need to do is first get the array length. So you do always array length by 2. Then that will be easy for you to iterate. So basically iterate it. Okay. So iterate the maybe I will print before reverse. So before reverse array is plus array set dot to string num. And so iterate the array. So iterate the array from first element into till mid. Till mid only how to iterate. So for int I equal to 0, I less than num dot length divided by 2 and I plus plus. Okay. That's the main logic. Now, so what you can do is you get the first element. Okay. So always the left side portion element, you get it. First element int one temporary variable equal to, so array name of I. So array name of I means first element, you will get it. Okay, you got the first element. So basically I'm swapping here. To understand here, swapping, you have to do swapping logic. So the first element I got and I'm storing in the temporary variable. Now what I need to do? So in this first element, I'm placing the last element, array last element. How can you get the array last element?
Length minus
So num dot length minus 1, but I have to reduce right to left. How can you reduce? You reduce the I portion, so that it will next iteration also it will reduce every time I value. Then so in this position, you place the first element, that is temporary element. So this is the swapping value. So this is the swapping value, right? So that's how you can get it. That's it, done. Program is done. So very simple. Array start to string, just give num. Okay. Any questions here? So did you guys understand why I am reducing the I value? You understand? No.
Can you please tell me again, Ramesh?
So did you understand why?
It's from the ending. It is like reducing one
it is moving from last
to.
to
Because this is the last two, I'm reducing. So that means first you will get this position, right? Here you need to get here. And this value should go to in this position. So next, if you want to get this position, how can you get? You have to reduce the last -1, right? This is the last position. And if you reduce only I value, you will get to this position or not? Am I right or not? How can you get this position? This is the 0 and all, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But how can you get this value? This position, how can you get it? Now see that. Num dot length. What is the num dot length?
4,
Are there 4 elements?
5 elements.
5. So 5. 5 minus 1,
4.
4. So now you got the last element index, right? Then what is the I value currently?
4.
I value. So what is the I value here? It
0.
started 0,
0.
right?
It started 0.
So 4 minus 0. So yeah, I think basics, I think mathematics here very weak or what? And I don't understand. I value 0. So I value 0 means 2, right? You'll get a 2 here. And the 2 will store in the temporary variable. Now num of I value 0. So 0 means in the 0 position. So you have to store this value. What is this value? And first calculate in the bracket inside. The brackets you have to calculate, right? The brackets inside, what is there? Num dot length 5 minus 1. God. And
Okay.
so I value, current I value is 0. 0. So what is the total value you got it here?
4.
Num of 4. What is the num of 4 value?
7.
7.
7.
7. So 7 will go store in the first place, 0. I value is still 0, right? So now this 7 is assigning here. And sir, 2, what will happen? 2 already you stored in the temporary variable. Okay. Now 7 will shift here. So then now your array will transform into like this. 7, 3, 4, 5. And still, so it is, so it will become here 2. This iteration goes, okay? This entire iteration goes. So that's the first iteration transformation. So now what will happen? This temp is storing in the last position here. So you are assigning temp 2, right? 2 you are assigning to this last position. Last position means 4th position. So that's what, this is your transformation now. First iteration. Second iteration, now what will happen? So it will check the condition. So 0, so basically here 0 less than, so 5 by 2. 5 by 2 means 2, right? 2, it's true. Now here I value becomes 1. So checks 1 less than 2, it's true. Now comes inside. So num of I value 1 now. Num of 1 means what is the value?
3,
3.
sir.
3. So 3 will store there. Now comes here. Calculate here. So num dot length 5. 5 minus 1, no, 4. 4 minus I value. What is I value?
3.
What is here, man? I value.
Oh, sorry. 2.
So it's a 1. It's I value 1. And you have to see that 4 minus 1, 3. So what is the 3 value? Num of 3 value.
1.
So num of 3 value is 5. So 5 will store here in the num of 1 place. So here. So the iteration will change now. So it will be like this. 7 and 5 and again 4. And it will become this 3 will go there and 2 will come. So this is how it will come, your array, second iteration. So this is how it will become. And is it reversed or not? Done, right? So you started this one and it is reversed already. Done. So now you can check here I value. I will become 2. 2 less than 2, false. And it doesn't go inside. So all line by line calculation. I don't know. Simple mathematics you are missing. I don't know why. What is the reason? Why you are not able